What's going on, man? It's your big brother Tren. You tuning again to another exclusive video. I done had to bring my selfie stick out now so y'all can get a better view of like where I stay at out here in Arizona, man. It's real nice out here every day. Every time I record a video, I'm pretty sure y'all see how nice it is. And that's why I made that video I made back then a few weeks ago about moving out here to Arizona. Because I wouldn't lead you in the wrong direction. Like it's really affordable out here, and it's just all good weather. If you a chosen one, if you a star seed, you always gotta move where the sun is located, man. You gotta be where it's nice climate's at and the air is clear. You have to get there. I don't know where you stay at right now, but I'm about to help you out real quick. Okay? I'm about to tell you in this video, man, how to move on faith with no money. Okay, you don't need no money when we talking about faith. You don't need no car when we talking about faith. You don't need no place to stay. You don't need good credit. Folks, listen, for those of you who've been subscribed to me all these years, y'all know where I came from. Y'all know my journey. Y'all remember, I didn't have no car at one point, and I was still making these videos. I didn't have no car. My credit has never been good. I never was able to keep a stable job at all, period. And I never really had a lot of money like that. And I look at where I'm at today. That's why I'm about to tell y'all how to move on faith and how it's really done, y'all. Listen, I'm just gonna keep it real with you, y'all. If you moving like everybody else out here, the average person, and you trying to get jobs and, you know what I'm saying, you worried about the economy and stuff like that, you ain't gonna make it that way, because they making it harder for people every single day that live on the system. You feel me? If you a chosen one, if you consider yourself different, which I'm assuming you are if you watching my video, I'm assuming that you think differently and you think outside the box. Your whole calling and your whole purpose is to move out of the system and to get out of the system, bro. Like, you can't be working. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds strange, but I'm about to explain more about moving on faith, man. So, in order to basically, in order to get what you want, man, you got to get in the mind state of you are not afraid to go into the unknown, okay? You have to get into a habit of walking on water. That's what that means in the Bible. When they said Jesus was walking on water, it didn't mean he was literally walking on water. They meant that he stepped out into the unknown. And the disciples, they were still on the boat like, we scared to do it. It's too many storms out there, Jesus. The point of the story is, it's like you can't be sitting back in your hometown or wherever you at your job or whatever situation that you in right now, and it's not really serving your purpose in life. It ain't like you can keep praying and something just gonna magically happen. It don't work like that. Nothing is really never gonna change. Nothing is never gonna happen until you walk on water, until you walk on faith. You feel me? When you walk on faith, doors will open once you actually make the move. You know what I'm saying? The blessings will finally come to you when you start walking into the unknown and doing the things that you are scared to do. Doing things that people will tell you, nah, don't do that. Nah, don't go there. Nah, don't move. Like, you know how many people told me how dangerous it was to move without no money, without a good job? I literally used to go through that every single day. Like, I had a job, like I had this little small time job, and I was making these videos, but I always wanted to travel. And I'm just like, man, how do I go somewhere if I still have to keep my job? And I wrestle with that energy and I wrestle with that spirit for a long time until I got to a point I started to hit so many things started to go wrong on purpose because my desire was actually to travel. You feel me? And so, like, you don't want it to get to a point to where you get fired or something bad happens to you, you know, or something like real tragic happens to you, Lord forbid that it happens to you. I'm not trying to say that should happen to you, but sometimes God will make things happen to you that you can't do, that's bad sometimes, just so you can do what it is that you scared and afraid to do. Sometimes he will do that. And that's how he did me, because I was too scared to like go out here and try to be what I wanted to be. Because I kept thinking to myself, I don't got no money. Still to this day, I mean, I'm not broke, but still to this day, I don't be where I'm at financially like I really desire to be at. Still to this day. But guess what? Since I know how to walk on faith, I don't think about it no more. If something happens that when I can't pay it, or if something happens to where something goes bad for me money-wise or I can't afford it, then I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. You feel me? If I ain't got no food in my refrigerator, for instance, it's been times like that. If I don't got no food in my refrigerator, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm broke. I'm not going to speak that into existence. I'm just going to say, okay, well, you know what? Something going to come to me eventually. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to wait. You know what? I'm going to order me some DoorDash and get me a little fast food and eat on that for about a day or two. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. It's all about just not worrying about don't worry about the negative part of your situation. You don't need no car either. For those of you who out there knew me, y'all know I didn't have no car for a long time. You feel me? Matter of fact, I went like 4 years without having a car and without having a permanent place to stay. I stayed in Airbnbs in different cities every month, every single month. But I was walking on faith. I didn't have no car. I had to ride Ubers. I had to ride Lyfts in different cities. I didn't know where I was going. I was in neighborhoods that was dangerous, but I didn't care because guess what? I was doing what I love to do, which is make these videos. And I was able to travel. And I was just like, you know what? I'm walking on faith. This is what I love to do. And when you start doing what you love to do and not be scared and just take your risk, man, take your chances, bro, the Most High will open doors for you that you can't open up until you move. Sometimes he just wants you to move and then act on your faith and then he'll unlock the door for you. But for most people, you'll look around at them, man, and you'll see they life, they stuck, they not going nowhere, they stagnant. And these be the same people that be sitting around you telling what you can and cannot do. Why they stagnant? Why they not accomplishing nothing? Why they not going nowhere in life? Because they scared. They scared. They comfortable. See, most people live their life, as long as I'm comfortable and I know where I'm going to stay at, then that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, oh, I'm not going to drive. I know I done came across people that done been like, nah, I ain't going to go nowhere because I ain't got my car today. Like, what? Nah, I ain't going to ask nobody for no ride. You ain't going to ask nobody for no ride so you can get to where you need to go? Nah, I'm good. I don't want to ask him because, nah, they're going to make me look bad. Some people live their life to please other people. And they never go nowhere. Some people live their life. I done ran into so many people that be like, oh, when I get my house, I'm going to get a house. You don't even need a house to appear successful. A house is just a place to stay. It ain't like a place you should always be. The whole point in living life is to explore and to adventure and do things that you never done before and create experiences. That's what living life is all about. It's not about getting a house and getting in a relationship and buying a dog. But see, that's what they make people think, so people live stagnant. So they don't do nothing with their life. So they get old, stay in some house that they wanted all their life for like 30, 40 years and don't never go nowhere, don't never meet nobody. Always trying to tell people like you how you can't succeed and it's dangerous out there and the world is cruel. These people will hold you back because they got a car. And look, like I told y'all, if you ain't got no car out there, I'm telling you how to walk on faith. Bro, I didn't have no car for 4 years. And I was still doing a lot of things that other people wasn't even doing. I didn't even have money in my bank account by like $2,000 when I first moved to California. I had like 2 racks in my I had like 2 racks in my bank account when I moved from North Carolina to Santa Monica, California. I remember it like yesterday. And y'all know Santa Monica ain't cheap. California ain't cheap. Well, back then it was probably a little cheaper than it is now because that was before COVID, but still, bro, I was just happy to be there. Bro, once you just get yourself in the place that you want to be, the energy will be so big and so heavy on you that you will eventually attract the money. You will eventually attract the provisions and the resources that you need wherever you get to where you need to go. That's the number one thing you just need. You just need the peace. You feel me? You just need to be there. Some of y'all be calling me, y'all be booking sessions with me, and if you need to book a session with me so I can teach you how to do this personally, trust me, bro. I know people that's moving, coming down here this weekend that I'm supposed to be linking up with. They've been talking about moving down here where I stay at, because I'm trying to teach people, I'm trying to educate people on how to get to where they need to go without having money, without having good credit, without having nothing, without having a friend. You don't need people. You don't need nothing. You just need faith. Faith is, hold on. Faith is those things you can't see, but you hope for it. You know you want it. You don't know how you're going to get it, but you go forward. And if whatever happens, happens. And look at, like I said, I'm not bragging about myself or nothing, but I'm like the only example I can use right now because I done actually lived it, and I'm still doing it to this day. Y'all just seen that video I just made a few days ago. If you subscribe to my channel, y'all seen that video that I just made about how my student loan debt got wiped out. Now, did I know that 4 years ago that would happen? No, I didn't know it. But y'all seen the video, right? And I just told y'all I ain't never had good credit like that. My credit is way better than it used to be when I was like in my 20s. But you know what I'm saying? I try to work on it slowly but surely. I was using faith to work on my credit. I was using faith. I was just paying little, you know, snips and pieces of it here and there when I had the extra money. But look what happened today, or just now recently. All the shit got wiped off. Why? Because when you walk on faith, and usually you at least show God, look, I'm trying and I'm not complaining. And I'm not sitting around waiting on a sunny day or waiting on a handout for somebody to do something for me. I'm just trying to do it myself. Then he'll open the door. Then he'll cut debt off for you. Then he'll walk you into the place, the perfect car dealership, and boom, that's how I got my car too. If you really want to know that, bro, that's how I got my whip. Y'all know, some of y'all know what kind of car I got. You feel me? I got 2 cars. But that's how I got my whip. I walked in the dealership on faith, bro. Didn't have credit, didn't even have no money. I had to get money from one of my friend girls at the time who luckily she let me borrow some money that I pay her back. But I walked into a dealership that day, bought a brand new 2024 car. Turned around and did it again like 2 months after. Walked in another dealership on faith, just believing in myself, believing with positive energy and a positive attitude, because I'm starting to learn how faith works, and you're going to start learning how it works too if you listen to me in this video. If you book a session with me too, I tell you. If you keep walking on faith, you'll start seeing blessings and more doors open every time. And then you'll get to a habit where you start just be doing it all the time, and people start thinking you crazy. That's how you're supposed to live your life if you're a real, true chosen one. You're supposed to be constantly walking on faith and walking into your blessings all the time. You feel me? I told you we can't live. People like you are not meant to live off the system and on budgets and limitations. You're not meant to live like your family. You're not meant to live like your friends and them. They just pinching pennies. They just comfortable to have a dog, or, you know, they just happy to be driving type of people. Bro, you the type of person, you got Bentley mindset. You got big person, you know what I'm saying? You got like black card mindset. Especially if you're a chosen one, it ain't no limitations for you. So you got to start acting like it. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead. So moving on faith, man, with no credit, no money, no nothing. You don't need nothing, man. You just need to stay in the right vibration all the time. Just stay in a high mindset, bro. Just stay feeling good all the time, despite what you see going on. Despite you see what's going on in the economy. Despite what your bank account say right now, you still got to get outside, walk. You still got to go have fun. You still got to act like it don't even exist. Whatever happens, happen. But on top of all that, you have to be doing your purpose and your passion if you want to get the money and all that stuff to come with it. And then when you start doing the will and the purpose or whatever it is that you're good at, when you start doing that, everything else will just come to you naturally because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I didn't say don't try to work on and become nothing without and then trying to move and stuff. I didn't say do that. It ain't gonna work. I'm just saying, bro, walk on faith. You know what I'm saying? Walk on faith, man. You don't need money. You don't need credit. You don't need cars. You don't need friends. You don't need men, ladies. You don't need guys, girls, guys. You don't need relationships to do none of this stuff, bro. If you got God, people be thinking, oh, I'm about to shack up with somebody. And then you get with that person. Then what, 10 more years, y'all break up. And then you done lost everything all back over again. And then you right back at square one. Bro, that relationship stuff is kind of like, it's like a scam. Especially if you doing it, if you ain't with nobody that's in their right purpose. Anyway, I'm gonna get back around in here in my neighborhood, man. Finish this walk. Got my little canteen out here, got my water cold and stuff. You know, it's about like 70 degrees out here at nighttime still, but watch this next video, man, on why you should move to Arizona coming up after this video. And listen, if you want to holler at me, you want to talk to me personally, book a session with me. I told y'all I marked the prices down just for y'all for just a little small time period. You feel me? Because I know that was kind of a little pricey, you know, towards the middle of the beginning of the year. But I marked them down a little bit now so that it can be affordable to everybody. So now it ain't no excuse. If you want to holler at me about something personal, especially like moving without having no money and stuff, book a session with me, man. Holler at me. My sessions is clear today. And I'll be talking to you as soon as you do. First come, first serve, man. So with that being said, man, move in faith. Move in silence. Okay? Don't just sit back and say and pray to God that he gonna change something. No, he ain't gonna change nothing until you get your butt up and you go out there and try to do it. You gotta walk to it. When you walk to it, the door open. That's why I'm walking now. So I'm gonna get at y'all later, man. Y'all have a blessed one.